Hi there, my name is Araceli Camarillo, and this is my Ruby on Rails Capstone project. Some of the learning goals for this project were to build a Ruby on Rails app. In my case, I was assigned the online magazine. Also, to turn business specifications into MVP solutions, use the model views controller architectural pattern, configure RESTful routes, showcase the use of the asset pipeline, create HTML with embedded data, and connect the database to the application. This is the original design by Nelson Sacqua, from which I took inspiration in order to build my own project. Knowing this, let me show you what I built. Okay, well, welcome to Ella Mexicana. Ella Mexicana is actually a personal project I've been working on for the last couple of years. It's an online magazine that empowers, celebrates, and uplifts Mexican women, and I took the opportunity of building this project and bringing it to life. So let's go ahead and sign in so that you can see what's inside. While I'm here, let me tell you that I did use the device gem as my additional feature for the sign in and sign up process of the user. I've already created one, so let's just go ahead and sign in. And the very first thing we see is the article index, where we have the most voted article, the latest written article in the entire application, and the latest written article for each one of the 4 main categories in the project. You can also create a new article, and you can even edit an article if you want, but you do have to be signed in as the original author of that article. Otherwise, you won't be able to see any of the edit or destroy options inside, like here. Another really cool option is that you can upvote or downvote an article. Yay! You can also see all of the articles written inside each one of these categories, from the latest article to the very first article that was written for that category. You can see more categories, and you can even create a new category. Now, there are 3 things that I would like to implement in the future. The very first one is to add and create an additional user as administrator so that they can delete and edit the categories as they see fit, because I did limit that so that no user can just randomly delete the categories. Otherwise, they would be deleting the beautiful article content, and that would be really painful for the authors and the users. So I did remove that option. Another thing is that currently you can see all of the articles that belong to a category in one page. So I would like to add pagination to limit that to the original design, which is just 2 rows, and make it look a little bit nicer. And lastly, implement the user show page with all the information pertaining to the user. Now, moving on to the code. I did face 2 situations with the eager loading and N+1 that I did have to resolve via scopes. Why did I have to do that? Well, I had to get information from 2 different tables. In this case, with the categories, I had to show the articles written inside the categories. So that was querying 2 tables, the categories and the articles. So that was creating an eager loading problem in N+1. And what I did was create the scope where I'm including the articles table inside the categories with the image attachments. So what I'm doing is I'm saving all of the data from these 2 tables into memory in a single table. And so then throughout one query, I can grab any of the information that I need. I did the exact same thing for the most voted article, except here I'm using joins. I'm joining the votes table with the articles table so that I could know which one was the most voted article inside, and I didn't have to make 2 queries in order to gather my information, but rather all the information was saved into memory, and I just had to perform one query. One of my favorite things in this project was learning how to create a seed file. A seed file is a really useful way of populating any default data into the Rails project. And in my case, I created my categories and default users here. And this was really fun to learn how to make. Definitely creating the styles is always my favorite part. And for sure, learning how to create a scope was a little bit tricky, but a lot of fun to learn. And well, this is my Rails Capstone project. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any suggestions or any comments.